Hello, hello. Okay, let's wait for a few seconds till stream is up. Okay, stream is up. Let me reset the timer. We got 1 hour. Probably we'll finish up quicker than that. Remove this. So we refund. Yeah, we were testing this part where we are writing this test which tests for this condition, which river which emits this event. Hopefully it emits an event, right? Yes, it emits an event. Yeah, event. And also for this event we can't test for two. We can't test two if two events are emitted at the same time. We can do some things like we can record logs and check it, but that's too much of a hassle. So I'm just gonna run that thing twice and test those two. uh, Test if those two events are emitted. We have created our simple account revert, which will help us with uh, which will allow us to use this contract, which just creates an issue. Sorry, which reverts whenever called. So execute. No, execute successful public peer. Let's wait a second. Yeah. So for this condition, where did we? Yeah, success is not equal to true. It'll do some. It'll go here, so we can check that. How we are checking success? We are checking in this way. Let's see if we can reach this condition. Inner revert. Where is it? Inner call. All depends on this success. This call will return success, right? Uh, this call will return true, and then Yeah, if it's false, will come here, will become true, and this will get executed. That's correct. Inner out of gas, then inner revert loop refund. So it will first execute the whole thing, and then it'll it will check for the codes in the revert codes. Length function. Okay, let's go ahead with what we had in mind, which is testing for prefund, loop refund. We'll call this we'll call the fail execute function, and we need to pass expose execute user operation op index user op info. Let's see if this works. Yes, it does. I want to see the logs first. Sorry, the trace. Forge test dash dash empty 1 2 3 4. We need a revert and it's not reverting. I'm doing something wrong. I'm pretty sure of that. Let's remove this. Go up. We are we go here. Let's say console.log. Move this down. Account contract, and we'll say address of account contract. Will we see that? Yeah, we are seeing that. That's correct. That's the call data 000 sender paymaster nuns success true. No, yeah, uh, we are sending the call data wrong for some reason. Let's resolve this. So error is here. User call data is sending the whole thing. So you see, for call data, what we need is only this part. We'll check the. Oh no, let's let's push this up. Go to, here is the issue. You see, account contract. Now let's see what happens. Runs out of gas. That's work. So you understand. I hope you understood the issue. What inner handle, inner call, or what's the name? The inner handle of this function. Can we go? No, we can't. Okay. Uh, let's see the trace and understand. You see at the top, sender is 0 and it's calling 0 address. So that's how I understood we are sending something wrong. Not at the first. At first, I was checking like what we are doing wrong because I know this shouldn't be here. Inner handle op calls the account contract, which zero address is not correct for that. So now where the sender address is 0, that was the next intuition, or that was the next step I wanted to find, which is this is our packed user operation. Sorry, this. So you can see packed user operation, and then there is user op info. Inner handle op is using user op info's sender. So what user op info is basically, it decodes the actual user operation and creates a new sorry a new instance in the memory of entry point for all the, so that whole decoded user operation is accessible by all the functions in the contract. And so we are creating that, but we were creating that in a wrong way, where we are setting the sender to 0, and now we are getting this. Now we are setting it correctly. So you see this part is highlighted. Next was just calling it. It worked. It says out of gas EVM error. Now we need to see why that is, because nothing, there is nothing that should go out of gas. We have enough heat for everything. First was, let's see, the the first step is, let's remove this. What happens if we run the test now? Do we still get same error? Yes, we still get same error. That's not a good sign. And we are still doing something wrong. Just keep that in mind. Because you see, this part, this is our address and this is our function selector. On this, not the whole call data should be executed. It only thing that should be executed is 6 at 2D1138. that part should be here, and there shouldn't be anything in this part. That's the second issue. So let's see where. Oh no, we already know where we are messing up. So call data, we don't want to send whole. This call data is for our internal function which we are using in the test. This is not the call data that should be passed. And we know where where the actual issue is, which is the parsing of the call data. So remember, we created a custom call data here, and where was this? We have to minimize this minimize or whatever collapse that section. Yeah, it's here where we are generating a user of call data, right? Let's console log it. Console log dot user operation called data after decoding. Yes, I know there will be error. We have to say console log bytes. Will this work? Yes. So some issue like you can't put bytes here or there. I don't remember exact thing, but I know we passed the wrong arguments and that's why it gave that error. Okay, so we know this. Oh, we should have just checked. You can see user of call data. We are not using it here. Okay, that was, I should have checked that first before starting logging things. Okay, now we know this is correct. It still gives us out of gas for some reason. Oh, we pretty I'm pretty sure we know why. Because we didn't pass any gas in the decoded part. Where was this? Yeah, memory info, memory user operate. Let's go here. You see this call gas. 1 2 3 4. Fourth part. 1 2 3 4. Fourth should be 100,000. Now let's run it. You see, everything works. Now, what we need to do is modify our contract and say revert. What error will we get? That's the question. EVM reverts success failed. Okay, we are not getting anything. Why are we not getting anything? That's the question. If we change it to execute successful, will we get an error? We need prefund low error for, and we are not getting it. So inner handle of is not returning the correct thing. Let's see the inner handle of okay, external. We might have tested this, so we don't need to worry about it. It returns actual gas cost. Okay, that works. It stores this in memory mstore. Handle of was called with gas limit too low. Abort enter bundle. Okay, have we really tested this? I'm I'm not really sure because it looks like a complicated function for some reason. Let's switch localhost 5500 core entry point inner handle op. Yeah, this is the exact thing. We haven't tested this. If we got this error, we can test the execute one. That works. So this first part, if we can trigger that condition somehow, that will work. I don't know where this is getting checked. No, amp store post execution. Is that happening anywhere we want we want it to happen? So it we can set inner revert low prefund. Oh, let's let's go back. We have seen what we wanted to see, which is inner handle op. Certain branches of it are not covered by test. I was suspicious of that. Uh, I knew that like it was too complex to test, and I'm pretty sure I haven't tested it yet, and we saw that we haven't tested it yet. So main now the main part is, let's go to in the entry point underscore execute user op. Here we are testing this part, right? We know if we can trigger inner handle op out of gas error, then this is okay. We can definitely call this. Not call this. We can definitely reach this branch and get this error. Get this custom error. But for this, so this function is which which function is this? This is post execution. Okay, that I understand. So my question is, how is it how is it possible where post execution only three instances are there? One is in underscore post execution, one is just defining it, and one is this. Sorry, this part. So there are three places where we are using this in entry point. Oh man. Oh no, an entire ERC4337 spec. We haven't done this. We haven't, or developers haven't used this anywhere else. You see, return data copy, inner code revert, mload, whatever this, mload 0. And post execution is happening here. So how is how is this possible where we are testing we are checking something before it is set? Like this condition will never happen. I'm pretty sure of that. This condition will never happen where inner inner underscore revert underscore low refund is set, because we are setting it at this point. How does that make sense? I'm pretty sure it doesn't. Oh no. Let's remove this and go up somewhere. We'll see how much value this. It takes 10,000, 9,000, 9,900 plus. So, I'll show you what I was thinking about. Inner handle op. We go here to get this error. We can't set call gas limit to 0 because it won't execute. We can set this higher, but this higher so that we'll get some kind of, so call will get executed, but it will be low. It will be low compared to this value, the addition of all three, and that's how we'll trigger this error, inner out of gas, and we can test it. So first thing we want to change is this part, memory user op. Oh no. Entry point, memory user op. Yes, you see. Okay, F, inner handle op. paymaster post of gas limit. Keep that in mind. Memory and go to type definition, which we need to set this, which is 1 2 3 4 5 6 sixth 4 and 2. Okay. And let's try this part. Gas. So this is uncharted territory for me, but we got the correct error that we want, hopefully. Let's check. We wanted underscore execute. Yes, that's correct. And A9 double A95. Yes. But where we are getting that error? Inner handle op, custom error, failed, failed. So does that error occur in no, double A95? We have reached that condition. My assumption was correct. My thought process was correct, not the assumption to about how to get this particular error. So we have that, we got that correctly. Now just copy this thing. Next we know is vm dot expect revert EntryPoint dot oh no abi dot encode with selector. Then we'll say EntryPoint dot failed op dot selector comma op index and then the string. This is the error we are expecting. And let's run this. Hopefully we'll get the correct thing. Yes, the test passes. We have covered one branch. This stop reverted. Okay. So if it's not out of gas, if it's not revert low prefund, it'll come here. User of sender nuns. Revert reason. Okay. Now let's try to achieve that part. I have toggled the line wrap. So you guys can see better. Function test. What was the name before? Oh, we also have to change this name. Reverts on inner reverts for AA95. I will say execute user op reverts on failed call. Public. Let's create the same thing, but I want to write it. So simple account revert account contract equal to new simple account revert entry point dot entry point comma owner, right? No, entry point comma mode. uh, okay. One for low prefund, one thing we can check is memory user. Yes, memory user op. We have all those. We have prefund, which we can set to something. Right now it's 0, so low prefund won't be possible. It should be higher than this, right? So what we can do is, okay, let me run the tests also. Forge test. I just want to check the changes we have done aren't affecting other tests. Everything should run successfully. And it does. Okay. Lot of tests. So 1111. Okay. 716. 30. Damn. 17. Okay. That's great. So I know how to get the prefund error, which is here. The third part is prefund, right? Maybe we should actually create this uh, properly instead of giving these random values and not remembering what they are. So let's create a copy and remove this. Open this on the left side. Let's write all the names first. Names of the fields. Nuns verification gas limit, then call gas limit, call gas limit, paymaster verification gas limit, paymaster post stop gas limit, pre-verification gas, paymaster max, oh no, max fees, max fee per gas, max priority fee per gas. Yes, now we can give each of them values. So first will be account contract, next will be nuns. Are we? No, we are just setting it to 0. Put the comma there. Then we are setting this to 0 also. We are setting this to 100,000. This to 0. 100,000. What's this? This is 0. Paymaster address will be 0. 0. and 0. Is this satisfying? Okay. Where are we getting the error? Okay, it's here. We can ignore this. Error is resolved. We can remove this comment also. And we'll definitely add the comments here so that we'll remember afterwards. Now, next part is creating this. Just remember m user op hex 0 and 3 zeros. M user op, M user op, user operation hash. We have that, right? Yeah, then why we are not using it? Yeah, we have that. So let's use that also. User operation hash, refund 0, context offset 0, and then pre-op gas 0. What's the issue here? It's pre-fund, okay. Is that the only issue? That was the only issue. Now, what I was saying is, if we want, where is the entry point? Let's get the entry point here. Entry point, execute user op. We'll go down and this part. I don't know where this is getting set, but what we can do is prefund. Let's get this. We can set the. We'll try and set this to set this low, very high amount. That way, anything will calculate, anything will send will be always low. And maybe at that point we can get that particular condition. Okay, remove this entry point and then the mode, right? Mode. Right now, mode doesn't matter. We just need something that reverts. And this reverts perfectly uh, because we have constructed it that way. That's why. Okay, let's create variable verification gas limit equal to what was 0 un 256 nuns equal to 0. Next we are using bytes memory call data equal to abi.encode address. Just a second. Okay, abi.encode fact. Now address account contract, comma, simple account revert dot. What was the name? Fail executed. Why does let's run the successful dot selector. Okay, that's correct. Reverts on double A 95. That was the name. Oh, no. For, not on. For. Okay, that works. Let's see the trace. Custom revert dead. I want to go up. We are doing something correct. Custom error solidity dead. Okay. Solidity. I want to check if no. We are doing some. Okay, we have 0x. No, that's not correct. Let's go back and can we console log something? I want to console.log bytes abi.encode with signature and we'll say revert. Will this work? That's my question. So now the question is why this is reverting. This is a custom error, I know. So let's, yeah, we can just copy this. Is we just want to check if what happened. Okay. Yeah, I want to check if which selector is this dead. Can we go up somewhere? Yeah, customer at dead, that works. Then we pass the test. That's correct. So I know will be this just reward part. But what I don't get is, let me ask ChatGPT like if it knows what error selector and solidity is this question mark. How to get selector for revert error. Oh, okay. So I was doing here. I was doing this wrong. So this was just error. Still something. Okay, this is okay. This now call data will remove this part. Then run it. Okay, this is correct. We are getting what we want, but we don't know why we are getting it. Now that's an issue. It really no. This is good. Whatever we are doing here works. So fail execute. Or is this because we are calling a pure function and not a public one? Is that why we are getting this? Now we want this. Oh no, don't copy it. We want to do what we want to do is fact. We are ignoring that part. Just keep that in mind. Where we are debugging why our thing is failing. We want our call to fail, but now I don't know why it's failing because at at here in the top we are calling execute successfully, but it still says it's failing. So that's what I don't know. User op. For now, I'm just gonna ignore it. entry point user op info, memory user op info, UN256, op index equal to generate this, and will pass verification gas limit nonce and then call data. That's great. We have all the things. We will say execute, no, entry point dot execute expose execute user op, then op index user op info, and now we want to see if we are getting this part, uh, sorry, this error. Post of reverted, no, it's not here. Revert reason should, there won't be any, hopefully. So we can say vm dot expect revert I entry point, no, abi dot encode with selector I entry point dot post of revert reason selector comma, what was the first part, user operation hash, user operation hash, then address of the account contract, then nonce, we already know, and then the reason, which should be 0, no, not 0, empty bytes. Let's see, and also see the trace if it pass. What happened, user operation hash isn't detected. Can we get that from user operation info, user op info, no, that's not here, memory user op, okay. In the user op info we have user operation hash, so we can access that with user user op info dot user operation hash. We are not setting anything to bytes 4. Or does it expect bytes 4? No, it expects bytes 32. User operation hash bytes 32. That's correct. post op. What was the name? Bytes 32. Oh, sorry. X. All this is wrong. That is a event, not an error. So whatever we did was completely incorrect. And we'll say emit. That works. vm.expect emit. Now let's change what we want, which is true, true, false, true address of entry point. Hopefully everything is correct. And the error should be resolved. We didn't get the expected log. Why? Okay, don't tell me that it's working now. Let's change this to fail execute. Fail EVM revert. So what is happening is execute user op. We are hitting this and we are going somewhere here. This part. Console log hit. Is it? Let's see. Yeah, let's run this again. So this reverted. We know this. Handle inner op. It emits this event, which is not the event we want. We know it's failed. If there were two events, I could have understood like this part is executed. But are we emitting that event here? Yes, we are for some reason. Okay, let's debug that tomorrow. We have already finished our hour of streaming. So okay, hopefully you guys like the stream today, and we're gonna continue tomorrow where we left off right now. See you guys tomorrow. Have a nice day. Bye.